I'm doing a series of videos. This one is called Intimacy with God. Now, I always tell people when I speak in their churches, prayer doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, think about it. You're talking to a God who already knows how he's going to answer. Well, you're still trying to figure out how to ask him. Prayer doesn't make any sense. And then this idea of intimacy, that further doesn't make any sense if you ask me. Dr. Stanley wrote his Life Principles Bibles. After 50 years of ministry, do you know what the very first principle is in his Bible? The most important one after 50 years of ministry. Intimacy with God, his highest priority for your life. I remember hearing people talk about intimacy with God this and intimacy with God that, and finally I said, God, I don't get it. I want to understand what you're talking about. What does it mean, intimacy with you? And I felt like he was quiet for 3 years, completely quiet. And you know what I realized? He caused in me a love for prayer. And I realized that that love for prayer was the answer to my prayer about intimacy. Interesting. That intimacy with God has something to do with communication with him. This morning, I happened to be on a telephone call with a prayer partner of mine, and she said something interesting. She said, people are lukewarm because they don't have a relationship with the Lord. They don't have a relationship with the Lord because they don't want to communicate to the Lord. And they don't want to communicate to the Lord because they don't trust him. I thought that was great wisdom. They do not want to communicate with the Lord because they do not trust him. Well, listen, I can't fix your trust door, okay? But let me give you one picture of what's going on in heaven. Thousands of angels are worshiping the God of the Bible. And depending upon your version of the Old Testament, in the book of Psalms it says this 6 times. 6 times. He inclines his ear to hear what you have to say. Think about that. The God of the Bible inclines his ear to hear what you have to say, even though thousands of angels are worshiping him. How can you not trust him? Intimacy with God. It's his highest priority for your life. Have a great day.